Okay. Can a tomboy legitimately and quite brute forcibly destroy you? However, not just any tomboy, rather a tomboy of the 2D plane of existence, a tomboy with the might and the inherent capabilities and benefits that come with existing in the tantalizing 2D life, as well as their genetic and naturally concurrent physique and build. Could they obliterate, eviscerate, and demolish your very being and fragile 3D body into remnants that have been depreciated to the point of sheer horror? Put simply, could they smash you without a single piece of doubt? After all, even a 2D schoolgirl could destroy a normal 3D human in a no-holds-barred confrontational discourse, as I've mentioned in a very, very old previous video. However, how significant and formidable is their strength? Complex, as every tomboy is different, and actually, not all tomboys are, for lack of a better word, ripped, jacked, toned, muscular, or even sportsy. There are countless tomboys that aren't even athletic, a common and rather frustrating misconception. Yet, in order for the answer to this confounding conundrum to become clear, we must find a median in terms of muscular strength and appearance. Somebody who is not too strong or too physically weak. And after a bit of scouring, I found a reasonably adequate test subject. So what now, sorta? Well, now we apply the entailable variables and factors. Firstly, let's add the undeniable advantage they have over you in the 2D world. 2D creatures have an innate, nearly superhuman level of strength in comparison to the feeble 3D specimens, capable of even a single blow launching a person or breaking through entire walls of brick, steel, and concrete, or even shattering the ground. To understand this immense display of power, I won't bore you with mathematical specifics. However, just know that to break through a brick and concrete wall or slab, it would require hundreds of pounds of force to be exerted onto it, and a steel wall or slab would require thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds of force. No 3D human is able to throw a punch with that level of ludicrous intensity. Humans at most usually can break through maybe drywall, which can be broken relatively easy with only 50 to 80 pounds of pressure. Obviously, these are quite the different quantitative properties between the likes of you and the likes of a 2D tomboy. She could unalive you with one good blow, in theory. Literally, quite potentially tear and roll, no, steamroll through you, over you, and in between you. Safe to say she would rail and ram you into disorientation. That is not even factoring the lethality of the other limbs with their own respective rapport. The pulsing, throbbing, bona fide thighs, the embellishedly eloquent back, and even the rigidly decorated stomach, which, suffice it to say, could all do considerable devastating amounts of damage, or at least contribute to the unfortunate pulverization of the 3D human who, for whatever reason, decided to test their odds against a tomboy. Also, they could quite easily take a weakly, dare say, flimsy hit from a 3D being by comparison. Alright, sorta, they could totally destroy me, but there's no way that would happen, because the second dimension is separate from the third dimension. Precisely. So you see, in theory, you would get absolutely ravished by a 2D tomboy if you yourself were 2D, as by being in the 2D space, you are now subject to their laws of reality. But some might argue that since hypothetically both of you are now on equal planes, you could take her on. No, you can't. As reasonably, the shift and vastly different dissonances between 3D and 2D would be so egregious you would still be trying to find your footing when she, a indicted being of the plane, already has thrown a punch due to her upper hand in knowing how things transpire. Put simply, you're not going to be able to adjust to 2D fast enough, and losing all your depth and all that, while tomboys, who are usually quick to action, will have already clobbered you. In the end, you're going to get smashed so hard. That's not to say you can't propagate yourself to the challenge, but when attempting to smash a 2D tomboy, be prepared to get smashed back. And with that, if you guys enjoyed this video, theoretically, if you have watched this far, then you do enjoy my videos, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to become a full-fledged degenerate scientist researcher. Share this with anybody who you wish to spend my indelible, yet questionable and unconventional and sometimes delusional ramblings to. And, I'll be back to answer another question 9 scientists can answer. Bye, my degenerates.